guards. It's a 12-man roster, so you can't do 5 at each position. It's just not possible. So for me, I only have Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry.
Mm.
Well, it's going to be a third point guard.
It probably will.
You got to have Chris Paul.
It probably will, but I'm telling you what I have.
Okay.
I don't have.
So you want an extra forward?
I probably would go, and this is the reason why. And I'll start talking about the guys that I would have. All right, so if I have Curry and I have Westbrook, I feel like my point guard position is solidified. I would have James Harden. James Harden would be that guy that can bring the ball down if need be, as would LeBron James. Obviously, he would be on this list. I'd also have Jimmy Butler. I'd have Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Paul George, Blake Griffin, Draymond Green. Looking for the rest of my list. I know that Andre Drummond is on there as the center.
Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant. Yep. I think that's 12. If I'm missing one, then I think DeAndre Jordan was my last one. But I have 2 big men that block shots, grab rebounds. In the international game, that is important. There is no goaltending. Yeah. So I think that's, my list I think is as strong as it gets. But, again, that is an opinion.
I mean, for me, I'm taking my list, and then Mark, you can share this in a second. I'm taking Curry and Westbrook. Yeah, those 2. I'm taking Chris Paul, which makes 3. If I'm choosing 15, I will take James Harden. I'll take Klay Thompson over Jimmy Butler.
Well, if we're talking 15, you said 15 or 12?
I'm taking 12. I'm taking 12. I'm taking 12. I'm taking Harden and Thompson. Thompson over Butler because I think you need more shooting in the international game because these guys can shoot.
And that's a fair point.
Give me LeBron. Give me Kawhi Leonard at my swing positions. Give me KD. Give me Carmelo.
See, I'm taking Paul George over Melo.
I can't.
Are you serious?
Melo's too dangerous in the international game. And Melo could play the 4.
So can Paul George. He's been doing it this year. What are you talking about? Against NBA players.
I'm taking Melo because he's an assassin in the international game. So I'm taking Melo and Durant as my forwards. And I'm taking Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins.
Anthony Davis was on my list, not DeAndre Jordan.
I'm taking Davis and Cousins. So that's 12.
I left off Cousins because of cohesiveness.
I think Boogie wants to be there. I think.
I don't doubt that he wants it. I want to be there, but that doesn't change.
I think he's a good enough team player
to fit in.
Mark, real quickly, who you got? 30 seconds.
All right, I got Durant, Westbrook, Leonard, Green, Iguodala, Harden, George, Wall, Davis. Man, I know I got those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know I got those guys. And probably Melo will probably be in the mix too. And the last guy, I'm not even sure.
He's just going to throw one in there because you're going to win. But we're going to take a break here on Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC on the new 96.9 The Game, Orlando Sports Leader. Check in with us, 407-916-8255 or toll-free 800-729-8255. Oliver Mahoney of About.com, who is the NBA senior editor, will be on in our next segment. And also, we're talking some Portland Trail Blazers and also some NBA All-Star talk. We'll pay some bills. We'll be right back after these messages.
Watch out for an accident eastbound I-4 at Cayley Avenue. Traffic is slow from the John Young Parkway. Also look out for delays eastbound Colonial near the 417, an accident blocking your right shoulder. The beach line is stop and go in the eastbound direction from Jetport Drive to the Airport Toll Plaza. We're also seeing delays westbound on the 408 from Orange Avenue to about the John Young Parkway. And a crash report at Oak Ridge Road at Texas Avenue. See traffic problems? Call the Safe Touch Security Tip Line, 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Catherine Davis.
Hey, good news. You now have a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day.
Come on, big money, big money, big money.
All you have to do is listen for the keyword to text. Weekdays starting at 8:10 a.m. with Mike Bianchi. And then at 10 after every hour through 8:10 p.m. Kicking off the new year and saying thanks for listening right here on Orlando's Sports Leader, FM 96.9, The Game. Brought to you by Aerosim Flight Academy. Start training for your airline career today. Get more info at afa.edu.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring, talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on. YippieKiYayBlues.com.
Hey fans, this is Eric Kohler, stadium voice of UCF football. We invite you to tune in to EK Sports every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we feature the preferred picks of the week, insured by our good friends at Preferred Benefits Consultants, where it's always fun to pick those games of the week, but never a time to gamble with your health care. Find a Preferred Benefits Consultant at OrlandoHealthExchange.com. That's the letter X, OrlandoHealthExchange.com, and start saving today.
How would you like to win cash and prizes using your phone? Just download Perk. Get paid for watching videos with Perk TV, or get free lottery tickets and win great prizes using Perk Scratch and Win. Grab Perk apps in the App Store or Google Play Store. Perk, the apps that pay you back. Download Perk today.
Geico applauds your inner happy camper.
A merit badge of awesomeness goes out to the part of you that wants to put the recreation in recreational vehicle. The part of you that packs up everything and everybody in the RV and says, let's get this show on the road. Because Geico has specialized agents who help save money on more than just car insurance. Geico will insure that entire RV, so you can get the s'more making, poison ivy dodging, same song singing, ghost storytelling, campfire building, best time you ever had with your family show on the road.
Geico for your RV. See how much you could save.
Are you looking for your dream home? Or are you looking to move out of your current home and find the home to start the next chapter of your life? Look no further. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty is your go-to guy to help you with all your needs. Specializing in West Orange County, Lake County, and Ocoee, his goal is to take care of you from the beginning to the end and is not satisfied until the job is complete. Stop by 401 West Colonial Drive, Suite 7, or give him a call, 321-945-6832. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty.
What would you do if you could speak Spanish? Have a barbecue with the Spanish-speaking family next door? Swap stories with locals on a Costa Rican rainforest safari?
Mira, es maravilloso.
Order your favorite Tex-Mex in Spanish?
Quisiera un burrito de carne, por favor.
Once-in-a-lifetime adventures to everyday moments. If you've always wanted to learn Spanish to have real conversations with native speakers, now you can. Because Rosetta Stone is letting everyone who calls try an absolutely free demo of its powerful language learning program. Call now, 1-800-928-9272. Fully immersing you in the Spanish language, Rosetta Stone is fast, fun, and easy. Learn on your computer or iPad. Practice on the go with your smartphone at your own pace and at your own convenience. If you've always wanted to speak Spanish, this is your chance with the fastest, easiest way to learn a language guaranteed. But don't wait. Call Rosetta Stone now for your free demo. 1-800-928-9272. That's 1-800-928-9272.
Parents, do your kids like to run around the house? Do your kids have a nonstop stream of energy? Well, Preschool Sports has a program to help you and your children be able to take that talent and energy and give them an outlet to grow those skills with their brand new track and field program. From ages 2 to 11, Preschool Sports will be able to teach them as individuals and as a team. To sign up or for more information, call 407-463-2061 or check them out at preschoolsportswithaz.com. Better hurry. Season starts January 10th, 2016.
Going someplace where there are no rules.
Now where could that be?
This is Orlando's sports leader, FM 96.9, The Game.
We are back for Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC on the new 96.9 The Game, Orlando Sports Leader. I'm your host, Dane Thompson, checking in tonight with my main man, Paul Myers, and Mark Johnson of NBAFCPRadio.com. Also, we want everybody to check in with us tonight, too, as well, too. 407-916-8255 is the number to check in if you're in Orlando or nationwide. Toll-free, 800-729-8255. Guys, you know, this yesterday was the final day for all-star voting in the NBA. And everybody's been hashtagging NBA votes, so a lot of times these votings are skewed, and our first guest on the line tonight has a great article about the NBA, especially his All-Star column, and also he is also the senior editor of About.com. His name is Oliver Mahoney. Oliver, how you doing, my friend?
How's it going today, guys?
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Oliver, so we were just talking about the All-Star game, and you had a great article and great piece on the All-Star game. With the All-Star voting stopped, yesterday, who is your All-Stars in the Eastern and the Western Conference? Who do you guys your 5? If you're just picking without, the numbers.
Definitely. Take out all the numbers, take out all the Justin Bieber tweets. And we're looking at, in the Eastern Conference, I think it's pretty clear cut. I have Lowry as my point guard, Jimmy Butler as my 2, LeBron James as my 3, Bosh as my 4, and Andre Drummond as my 5. Those are my 5 for the Eastern Conference. For the Western Conference, it's another one. There's a couple of them that are a little bit of question marks for a couple people, but really, Stephen Curry is my point guard. I've got Russell Westbrook as my 2, Kawhi Leonard as my 3, Kevin Durant as my 4, and Draymond Green as my 5.
You really can't go against those 5 there. Draymond Green at the 5 is an interesting choice, but he plays 5 a lot for Golden State, so that's not a tough one. But for those who've never read Oliver, he's the senior editor of About.com, as well as he's in Portland, so he's around the Portland Trail Blazers an awful lot on a regular basis. So we're going to touch him up for some Blazer type info. So Paul, lead off with this.
All right, so I wanted to talk about C.J. McCollum a little bit. I know we talked about him before the season started. We thought he was going to have a good year. How much has he exceeded the expectations out there in Portland, and what kind of contract is he looking at after this season he's having?
Well, he's definitely exceeded expectations, even though people's expectations of him were really high. I know GM Neil Olshey has spoken really highly of him before this season as well as last season. That was really a key focal point into why they didn't even offer Wesley Matthews a contract, is because they knew what they had in C.J. McCollum. I don't think anybody could have expected the efficiency and how much he's scoring this year. He's really doing it at an impressive rate, especially for a third-year player. And really, as far as contracts go, I think he's looking at the higher end of the league at this point. He's really young. He's intuitive. He's smart. He's just really motivated to succeed in the NBA, and he wants it at the highest level. He's really not satisfied with where he's at right now and is always looking to improve. He worked with Steve Nash in the offseason and really impressed me in the offseason and how much he worked to get to where he is today.
Yeah, and honestly, it couldn't come at a better time for him, with the TV money kicking in next year. Man, I think you're right. I think he's going to get paid big bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
here's a question I have. I remember this guy, Alan Crabb, when he played at Cal. And, he was a smart player, heady player, could shoot. He's finally, able to step on this NBA stage. What is his development been in Portland? And just, watching him, do you see him as a guy getting better and a guy, who can move the Blazers maybe forward in the future?
He certainly can. The way Alan Crabb has set himself up is pretty cool. Really, you have to give a lot of credit to Terry Stotts in what he's done with this team and Neil Olshey as well for assembling a team that allowed him to have minutes. Because really, before this season, you looked at it and said, well, Nicholas Batum, Gerald Henderson, how is he going to get any minutes? But really what's happened is Al-Farouq Aminu has played well in his time, but really Alan Crabb, his confidence level right now is way higher than it's been than I've ever seen it. And that really was the key thing for him moving forward. After last season, it looked like he was a little bit shell-shocked that he hadn't got more minutes. Everyone knew his potential and what he could do. He's lanky, he's long, he's athletic, and his size gives him an advantage at the 3 position a lot of the times, as well as playing some 2. His accuracy from 3 has been somewhat impressive this season, and everyone knows he's a sharpshooter. But really, Alan Crabb has impressed me overall. He's definitely going to grow and improve as with his confidence throughout this season.
You talk about guys who are improving. You look at the Blazers when the season started, a team that won 45, 50 games over the last few years. They pretty much lost 4 of their 5 starters last year. They traded. Lopez is now in New York. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Batum's in Charlotte, Wes Matthews is in Dallas, and they're 19-25 right now, and they're only a half game out of the final spot in the Western Conference. Now, Oliver, I wrote an article earlier in the week on NBACP.com that the Blazers should sell at this point in time. They're a half game out of the playoff spot. Do you think this team makes any moves at the deadline as we get close